enjoy the money in the real estate too, because now I know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, you understand. Well,
I'm not just a funder anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Now I know the business.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is definitely. I think we need to talk about. Well, we'll just talk about whatever.
Yeah, we can get our way through this one.
All right. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt. We're bringing sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we say today, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. Well, Colton, we went into real estate today.
Mm-hmm.
As far as appreciation, the interest rates, what's the future, what's going on now, a lot going on in that segment. So definitely, if you missed it, go to wherever you get your podcasts and take a listen to it. And we went over the interest rates, especially how it affects you in the money segment. We also went over the tried and true methods of how you take care of yourself in any market.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're, and let's just think about this. If you're living below your means and then your means fall, you're still all right.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so I can't save 30% of my income. Now I can only save 5%.
You're still saving.
But, I've been saving 30% for years. Now I can't save any for a year.
But still all right.
You're still all right.
Yeah.
You're not going into credit card debt to change your tires and things like that. So lots of advantages. Please take a listen if you have any questions or anything, or like I said, you can always reach out to me. But with that work that we've done, because you got to do your work before you can have fun. And this is definitely the funner, not funnier, the funner.
Most fun.
Yes. Okay. Most fun. College kids, that there is, and that is can you remember when the Longhorns were ranked in the top 3? Now,
2009, right?
They were only we're only 3 games into the season, okay? But that's still 14 years old. Do you know that there are kids in middle school that have never seen this?
Yeah, I was 12.
Yeah.
I was 12. Shoot. I was between 10 and 13.
Yes.
I was somewhere around there.
Aggie math, y'all.
Yeah, Aggie math. Sorry about that.
But yeah, and so the best part to me is that I do actually have a friend of mine who is a huge Florida State alum, the whole thing. And so to walk in and say, "Hey, what's up, number 4?"
Yeah.
He was not happy with me. But, I don't think that matters. It doesn't matter where you are at the beginning. It matters where you end, for sure. After 3 weeks of football, I know one thing for sure. I know that this team has the ability to beat every team left on its schedule.
Yeah, we've gotten, I don't want to say the toughest test, but the toughest test that we had this year was Alabama, at Alabama, and we did it.
Yep.
And we did it with flying colors.
Yep.
A double-digit win, like I predicted, over in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
It's every game from here on out, though, we would have to beat ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's going to Baylor at anybody's home field is always, difficult. Yep. But the whopping 45,000 people yelling over in Waco this weekend, I don't think are going to have much of an effect on Texas. I don't.
I mean, let's think about this. We've got at Baylor, at TCU, at Iowa State.
Yep.
And that's it.
At Houston.
At Houston. Let's say I thought there was more. And at Houston. And that's it. And so the TCU, it's TCU.
Yep.
They're like 15-1 against us over the last 4 years. So
yeah, it's always for some reason they're always difficult.
But that's and then our toughest games are K-State and Kansas. And
I don't think you'd say that.
And they're coming here.
Yeah.
So, that's at this point in the season.
It bodes well for us that the 2 toughest tests are still at home.
Yeah. And the nice thing about this team is that right now, I don't think the loss of one player on offense and one player on defense affects any game, even quarterback.
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, knock on wood.
But our backups
are nice.
Yeah,
they're very nice. I hope on everything that we keep our starters healthy and that Quinn makes it all the way through the season. But he goes down. Malik Murphy's next, and he's looked great.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's got a minimal amount of experience, but God, he looks good. If you haven't seen him in person, the ball jumps out of his hands, and he is accurate, and he is big.
I mean, that's the only true question mark as far as backups go. But every single position has somebody behind them that has proven they can play the game, except quarterback. But I'm telling you what, I'm with you. I don't think Quinn going out is the difference of our season. Like last year, it 100% was.
For sure.
He needed those reps, everything else. But I don't think so this year. I mean, even in our secondary. They're just running kids in and out left and right. I mean, it's like you can't even keep up.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a freshman cornerback who's so good that they had to start him.
Yeah.
So you've got not a senior, but a guy that has experience sitting behind a freshman right now. So
playing
freshman,
too.
Yeah, that freshman goes down.
Yeah.
You've got a experienced, talented guy coming in behind him.
Yeah,
it's the first time in a long time that the two deep. There's not much drop off.
Yeah, and what's nice about that is that the reason why freshmen don't have a lot of success in the secondary is because over the course of a game, the offensive coordinator learns how to expose a freshman, right? Well, now he just plays a series or two, then he's out a series or two, and then he's in. So he's getting coached. Hey, you did this, you did this. So as the game's going on, the freshman is getting better during the game.
It's as if there is development from this coaching staff.
I mean,
like throughout a game, there's development, let alone a season, but through a game, there's development.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see. I was kind of iffy on Sark whenever he got hired. I didn't know much about him. I thought they should have given Herman another year, but it's turned out really well.
Yeah.
This is his third year here, and he's got us to a top 3 program in the entire country, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's from CDC is amazing. The game day experience is second to none. I mean,
oh my gosh,
it's insane.
So I completely forgot about that, and I don't know how. But if you did not attend the game, the Longhorns now have a light show that is very common in college football now.
But burn orange LED lights all over the place.
They had a drone show that was, oh my goodness.
It was sitting behind us doing Texas Fight, and it was putting the Longhorn in the middle of the sky.
It was just, there was a floating Longhorn doing a twisting in the sky, and then it would all of a sudden turn to the hook'em, and then it was just a big explosion.
I saw it on the Jumbotron, and I was like, is that real? So I turned around and I could see the very tip top of it, and I'm just like, holy moly, it was unexpected. It was awesome to see. I mean, they've done great. They've got the coaches there that needed to be there as an entire athletic program. It's been awesome to see.
And something that I don't think anybody's talking about yet, but against Alabama, now there were 2 or 3 plays that if the quarterback hits them, they're big plays, but he missed them. But he had 2 long plays. 14 of his 24 points came on 2, just kind of, I don't want to say fluke, but they were, they weren't really busted plays, but but he had 2 long plays, right? So you take those 2 long plays out, you take that long play out against Wyoming. I mean, this team.
If you end up a total of like 3 plays the entire season, it's only 3 games, but.
Yeah, but,
that's it.
Rice was 31-10, and that 7 points was scored late in the fourth quarter with third stringers in there. It was 31-10 against or 37-10 against Wyoming, but or maybe I've got them backwards now. But you got to think the 7 was a 1 play, busted, kind of deal, and they after that they didn't,
running back hit the hole and he was gone.
And it was just kind of, and that was it. It was, but they've immediately cleaned that up, and so I mean this
and then went on to do 3.5 quarters of scoreless football.
Yeah. I mean nobody's giving credit to the defense. I think everybody's talking about Quinn and the ball.
For sure.
But we may be watching one of the best defensive performances that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, no, without a doubt we're watching it. I mean, there's talent flying all over the place. We've got I think 3 interceptions through 3 games. Like we're getting turnovers at a high rate. We've recovered fumbles. Everyone's on the same page defensively. You know, whenever there's no busted coverages, really, knock on wood.
No, I mean they were beat. They were now.
Jaron Thompson's not as fast as Burton from Alabama. That's what it was. That's literally it.
Yeah. And you know, it's been very exciting. I mean, you know, the last time I believe I can remember a defense this strong was 05.
Yeah, and it starts on the line.
Yeah.
That defensive line is nasty. You've got a freshman going in there who's a linebacker / edge, Anthony Hill, who makes people look silly. I mean, you've got...
Kid's fast.
Yeah, T'Vondre Sweat, who's... I mean, his stock has risen to where he's being projected as a late first-round pick now.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a 3-star guy who... I mean, Texas did it again, a 3-star, coming out of nowhere and being incredible. It's just... It's fun to watch. It's a defense that's fun to watch for the first time in a really long time.
In a long time, yeah. And it is. And, you know, because the worst part about the growing pains... that first year under this defense was the busting coverages.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, basically I was told that, you know, PK's system is a little bit more complicated and it takes a little bit longer to get. And that's why freshmen and first year players don't have as much success in his defense as other defenses, right? And he says, but once his defense is rolling, it's remember, because I told you he never gave up a 30 points in the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
in the Pac-12, and that's all they do is throw the football. They score. They win 50-50.
Yeah.
You know, and he never had a 30-point game. So he you know,
it's as if hanging on to a coach for more than a year or two goes a long way.
And we've had a very stable, you know, and so it's. If you're a Longhorn fan, I've been saying this for about 6 months that it is about to get fun, and so far it's really been a lot of fun.
It's been a great time.
Hook 'em. Hey. You've been listening to the Home Team with Troy and Colton. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard and seen so far. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. See you next week. Hook 'em horns.